Well, in Jackson County, a woman pleaded guilty to sneaking fentanyl into the detention center there, leading to overdoses. Now, investigators say Megan Tate was arrested in April of 2021 and stashed fentanyl inside her body and distributed it to other inmates once she was booked. Now, 2 inmates overdosed and were rushed to the hospital. Both survived, but one was placed on a ventilator before recovering. Tate is awaiting sentencing and faces up to 20 years in prison.